There's a bit of a delay, I think. Hold on. Let me put on my headphones so I can hear this. Hold.
And there's the choir here.
Ooh, in the choir.
We're gonna sing.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. We'll be beginning in about 5 minutes, so if you'd like to start finding a seat, that would be terrific. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, I'm just gonna stay right here.
To go at 3:31. I'm gonna just done a reservoir in town, but I'm gonna
If I'm near water,
Route 8, yeah.
just hit
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Yep. Yep, we switched them. Yeah, I did. That's what, that's what Marcus was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. No, I was like rough like that. Well,
That's the name of it?
yeah.
It's on Trumbull Line.
Oh, I know where it is. Okay, it's next to Park Avenue. That was enough of a thing to go.
Like, why would it make more sense for this to do all these things, changing from this to there, and then when they go over there, We don't have to do this.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to welcome you to have a seat again if you'd like. Might get a little hot standing. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Susan Foss. I am the principal of Bullard-Havens Technical High School, and I am honored and excited to be here today for the groundbreaking ceremony for our new school. Of course, none of this would be possible without the support of our community. Thank you to our elected officials, our local business partners, CTEC's leadership and staff, and our dedicated staff and faculty. Everyone has played a role in making this project a reality. I'd like to acknowledge a few people who are here with us today. Senator Gaston, Mayor Ganem, who is on his way, CTEC's Executive Director, Dr. Ellen Solik, CTEC's Chief of Staff, Ms. Ronki Stallings, CTEC's Assistant Superintendent and former Principal of Bullard-Havens, Mr. Richard Cavallero, and we have a former principal with us today, Mr. Joseph Livornia. CTEC's Chief of Engineering Services, Mr. Donald Poulin. CTEC's Board of Education member, Dr. Jeff Walker, who is on his way also. Commissioner of the Department of Administrative Services, Ms. Michelle Gilman. Principal Architect from JCJ Architecture, Mr. Bruce Kellogg. I'd also like to acknowledge the Gilbane Building Company. We look forward to our work together on this project with you. Also, all of the architects and construction personnel, including Barbara Cosgrove, project manager. I'd like to acknowledge our industry partners who are here with us today. Our law enforcement partners, particularly those from Connecticut State Police Troop G. And finally, our parent faculty organization and President Carol Lopez is here with us today. Finally, CTEC's and Bullard-Havens staff and Bullard-Havens students. I'd also like to acknowledge a few other very special guests who are with us today. These guests are descendants of our school's namesakes, Mr. E.P. Bullard and Colonel Elmer H. Havens. Here with us today from the Bullard family. Please stand when I call your name. Mr. Daniel Bullard and his daughter, Liza Bullard. Mr. Jim Bullard and his wife, Priscilla Bullard. And from the Havens family, Miss Marion Bradley, Mr. Scott Hall, and Mrs. Elizabeth Hall. The Hall family gets the trophy for traveling the farthest for the groundbreaking from Virginia today. Finally, I'd like you to meet the rest of the Bullard-Havens administrative team, our assistant principals, Miss Elizabeth Stewart, Miss Haley Fisher, and Dr. Michael Kushlis. Dr. Kushlis is also an infantry captain with the Connecticut Army National Guard. I'd like to invite him to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and would the key chorus please join us by the stage.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Peter Randazzo and the rest of our Keys concert.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, moved our stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaked, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, for the land of the free, and the home of the brave, of the
Thank you to our fantastic Keys chorus. As many of you know, Bullard-Havens Technical High School has a long and proud history of serving the community of Bridgeport and the surrounding areas. For over 75 years, we have provided our students with the knowledge and skills they need to succeed in a wide range of technical fields. In preparing for this ceremony, we spent some time researching the history of Bullard-Havens. There are a few people who provided a tremendous amount of help with this research and also with the creation of the groundbreaking banner you see here today. I'd like to thank our graphics department head, Mr. David Pember, our automotive department head, Mrs. Roxanne Amia, and grade 11 student Ethan Auger for their help. Mrs. Amia, our automotive department head, is a graduate of Bullard-Havens and has been teaching here for 34 years. There's probably nobody better to give you the history of Bullard-Havens than her. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Amia up to the podium to say a few words about the history of our school.
The information I'm sharing with you was compiled with the help of the Bridgeport Public Library, Historical Department, school newspapers, yearbook, and former administrator Bernie Hansen. So I'm here to talk to you about our past in the beginning. In 1899, there was a trade school movement in Sweden, and our industries here needed skilled people. The Bridgeport manufacturers were looking for a way to train their workers, and we're looking at that model. 10 years later, in 1909, the Bridgeport manufacturers started teaching trades in the YMCA under the leadership of Mr. E.P. Bullard, a Bridgeport industrialist of the Bullard Company, and he, along with Colonel Elmer H. Havens, a manufacturer and president of the Bridgeport Board of Education, made possible the study of trades for youth and skilled training for our local businesses of our city. Mr. Bullard and Colonel Havens were part of the Bridgeport Trade School becoming a state technical school under the State Board of Education. Our first real building was in 1910, and it was part of the old Spring Perch Company, downtown Bridgeport, which is now a parking lot on 222 John Street. The trade school started with 3 trades. They had study for machinists, woodworkers, and dressmaking. They started with 35 students, the largest number of students being dressmakers. So they also looked using a house, a homestead on Washington Avenue, and the house is still there, to open up a dressmaking girls' state trade school. And so they had their own little school on Washington Avenue. With the sister school in New Britain opening, Connecticut's trade schools were born in 1910. In 1926, our school now moved to Cassuth Street because now the population was growing. The school offered 16 trades, including aircraft sheet metal and riveting, automobile repair, automatic screw machine, carpentry, commercial art, machine drafting, dressmaking, electrical foundry, machine, masonry, painting, pattern making, plumbing, and printing. So that was on Cassuth Street. They had a larger number. By 1929, we had 11 trade schools and 27 trades that were offered through our system. The schools were in continuous operation through the school year, except for a small vacation in August. The schools were open from 8 to 5, with evening programs lasting until 10. Most programs required 4,800 hours of study. In 1944, during the World War II, the state trade school enrollment increased and school was open round the clock for producing skilled trades workers for Bridgeport manufacturers in the war effort. Plans for a new building were in the works at that point, and they wanted to redesignate our state trade school in Bridgeport for the people who sponsored and did the most to forward the programs of technical studies. And so they were going to name this new school after Mr. E.P. Bullard and Colonel Elmer H. Havens. In 1950, the groundbreaking ceremony, and if you look at the poster here, we do have pictures of the first building and actually of the groundbreaking in 1950. The groundbreaking for this building happened. In this picture, we had Mr. E.P. Bullard, Mr. Emmett O'Brien, who was the State Director of Vocational Education, Mayor Jasper McLevy, as well as other state commerce and construction dignitaries. The building was estimated to cost $2 million and opened in spring 1952. Our current building in 1952 was opened. It was one building with 3 trade wings with following 18 trades. It opened with architectural drafting, automobile, baking, beauty culture, barbering, carpentry, dressmaking, electrical foundry, homemaking, my mother took that trade, mechanical drafting, masonry, machine tool and dye, painting, printing, plumbing, radio and television, trained attendant, which led into a nursing program with pattern making and part-time extension, adult and industrial training areas. So industry came and trained here also. In 1980, we added the school building C and the bridge with building A for the expansion of adult programs. Post-grads attended daily in all areas in addition to adult programs in the evenings. As on Cassuth Street and our current building, there was a saying by Benjamin Franklin, "He who hath the trade hath an estate." So this is the history, and now we're going to work our way into the present.
Thank you, Mrs. Amia. Next, I'd like to invite Ethan Auger, 11th grade electrical student, to say a few words about the present state of our school.
Hi everybody, I'm Ethan, and I'm a junior in the electrical department here, and I just want to say, even though I may not be here for the new school, I can talk about the great things we have here now. At the beginning, Bullard-Havens only had 35 students, but presently provides vocational education to over 800. We are now a regional school that serves Bridgeport and the surrounding communities. We offer 13 completely co-ed trades, which include Automotive Technology, Carpentry, Criminal Justice and Protective Services, Culinary Arts, Electrical, Graphics Technology, Hairdressing Cosmetology, Health Technology, Information Technology, Masonry, Plumbing and Heating, Precision and Machining Technology, and Architecture. Through partnerships with local companies, students work on real projects, getting the hands-on career developmental experiences needed to met industry expectations. We also have an extensive catalog of seasonal sports, as well as a variety of clubs and activities, such as the National Honor Society, Student Council, and most particularly Skills USA, which allows our students to show off their trade skills at the highest level. Thank you.
Finally, I'd like to invite Maritza Farias Silva, grade 9 automotive student, to say a few words about the future of Bullard-Havens.
Hello, my name is Maritza Farias Silva. I am a freshman in Automotive Technology, and my classmates and I are the future of Bullard-Havens. I am so excited about what lies ahead for us and the endless possibilities that come along with the groundbreaking for a new technical and career education high school. This new school building is important to us because it brings ability to expand our knowledge not only in academics but also in our chosen trade. We are the future generation that will bring innovation and change, and thanks to Bullard-Havens, we are being shaped into the skilled professionals of tomorrow. I'm honored to be part of this journey, and thank you all for joining us in it. Nosotros somos el futuro aquí en la comunidad con Bullard-Havens. Thank you.
Thank you, Maritza. As the world around us changes at an increasingly rapid pace, it is more important than ever that we continue to innovate and adapt to meet the needs of our students and the industries they will be entering. And that is exactly what this new building will allow us to do. The new school will not only provide a state-of-the-art learning environment for our students, but will also serve as a symbol of our commitment to excellence and innovation in technical education. This new building will support us in carrying out the mission of CTEX, which states, through exemplary trade and academic programming, CTEX prepares trade-bound students to meet the skilled workforce needs in Connecticut. At this time, I would like to invite Commissioner Gilman to the podium for her remarks.
Good morning, everybody. What an exciting day. I have been waiting for this moment for months. As Dr. Solik knows, Ronky Stallings and others with the CTEX system. This is such a proud day for the state of Connecticut, our DAS team, our construction services team that is here. But beyond our pride, this new school is going to be a tremendous source of pride for the Bridgeport community and for the region at large, and really for the state of Connecticut. So it's my honor to be here today to represent the governor, the lieutenant governor, the state of Connecticut, again to celebrate this amazing day. And we're so looking forward not only to certainly the celebration of today and the ongoing construction of this new school, but certainly to the ribbon cutting of the new school in just a short time ahead. So as part of the excitement that we share today, and it's been mentioned throughout the morning already, this school is going to be a hallmark for our state technical high schools across the state because of the energy efficiency and the footprint that this new school will have. It's going to be a gem, again, not only for the Bridgeport community, but for the state, given that it's going to be the first net zero school that we have built in the state within the technical high school system. The impact this will have on the Bridgeport community, the environmental impact to the community, and then the role it will have towards building a new environment for our students, for our educators, our school staff, is going to be tremendous. And so we're so happy to be a small part of that, and again to celebrate the unique nature of this new school. So again, our honor to be here today, and when I look out in the audience and look out on this stage today, the history associated with the school and the future impact that it promises to have, especially as we celebrate Teacher Appreciation Week, what an incredible opportunity today presents for all of us. So again, thank you. I just want to recognize my team, Deputy Commissioner Darren Hobbs, Peter Simmons, Sarah Tierney, Barbara Cosgrove, David Barkin, who was not able to join us. And if I missed others, I apologize, but we are, again, so thrilled to be a part of this wonderful opportunity that's going to have a tremendous impact, not only for the next few years, but for many, many years to come, and something that's going to be a model for our state and for our region, and quite likely for the country. So again, have a great day. Students, thank you so much for inviting us, and really exciting, a to have a small part in what's going to be your future. Thank you so much.
Next, I would like to invite Bridgeport's Mayor Joseph Ganim, to the podium for his remarks.
Thanks so much. Like the Commissioner, I'm excited, thrilled. These are big days. I mean, to listen to the rendition and the history of 60 years ago today and how big of a deal that was, and then think that it's going to be a long time now that the shovel goes in the ground, that this will be the new home of Bullard-Havens. It's exciting. From $2 million, I think was the number we heard in 1950, to an investment by the state of Connecticut of close to $200 million into this new Bullard-Havens Technical School here. State of the art, obviously. Leader in sustainability, which is welcome. That's a huge first step for the state, for schools, for all of us. A laudable goal that I think we should try and reach on all of our new buildings and schools. And so you talk about the number of students, and then to hear the quote from Maritza and Ethan, but Maritza saying how this is really shaping the skilled professionals of tomorrow, and it really is. To some younger faces out there, this school now and this new school, I know you won't probably be attending the new school, but it just continues to provide a tremendous opportunity. The quote, I think, was from Benjamin Franklin that I can't exactly, I'll paraphrase, means when you get this skill, if you use it, you're set for life. This is the opportunity to come out and to just be who and do what you want to be and live your life's dreams. High schools. This high school in the city of Bridgeport, in the state of Connecticut, is huge. In a week or two, we're going to be breaking ground on the new Bassick High School. Not too far from here is a state-of-the-art Harding High School. It's kind of a really wonderful place to be as a city, to see the investments, to see people come together, to recognize the importance of course, quality education, but starting with the facility, and this will be the premier one. So thanks for having me. I know Senator Gaston's here, and I don't know if he's going to speak or not, but I want to recognize him and thank everyone who's making Bullard-Havens. By the way, I have a special attraction. I haven't done an adjunct professor at the university, but one of my favorite things to do is to come with Bullard-Havens, and I've learned how to bake here. So I hope that skill, which my mother appreciates on Mother's Day, is something that I can carry on forward to for Bullard-Havens. Thanks so much. How do you say it? Go Tigers! Thank you, Mr. Bullard and Colonel Haven, for your legacy that sustains here today in this new facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Ganim. Senator Gaston will come to the podium next for a few remarks.
Thank you all very much for having me on today, and I've been voluntold by the mayor, so I better speak. I am hippopotamus happy and elephant elated to be here with all of you all today and to hear the incredible story and the history of this institution. To the family members who are still here carrying out the legacy of your loved ones, the Bullard family and the Havens family, hats off to you. We know that the eyes of the future are continuously looking back at us and praying that we can see beyond our own time. And the legacy that this family left behind was seeds that they saw very early on that will continue to be nurtured. And by the building of this new facility, we're doing just that. We're touching the future. And so to the faculty, to the alumni of this illustrious institution, to the students, you have something to be very proud about. I know that education is truly the bridge to the future, and that's a phrase that I love to use. But it is the economic engine as well to how we move forward. And we've gotten so far away from the trades in our institutions and our schools, and I think that we need to get back to that. When I went to high school, I took geometry, and I always laugh with my brother, who's much more of a mathematician than I am. I can't even remember what the Pythagorean theorem really was, even though I heard the teacher say a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But ask me today how to use that, I don't know how. but a class that I took in high school around automotive taught me how to change a tire, taught me how to change a light bulb on the car, and to do an oil change. And every now and then, when my car breaks down, I know how to do those things. Those are skills that you never forget. And so the trades that you're teaching young people is actually going to help them really into the future. And I know that the state of Connecticut has over 100,000 jobs that we need to be filled by students who have these kinds of trades. And while I do believe in college education, because I have more degrees than the thermometer, and I joke about that, but I think that when it comes to the trades, people are ready to go to work as soon as they graduate, and we need to continue to push the trades in our schools. And I think that having this institution right here in the city of Bridgeport, where I consider this to be the bedrock of industry, and keeping that legacy going is going to really help a lot of our students to pivot into the trade field and to make an indelible imprint, not just in the state of Connecticut, but take those skills to impact change in the global economic marketplace. So once again, thanks so much for having me, and I look forward to the groundbreaking ceremony today. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Gaston. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Bruce Kellogg, Principal Architect from JCJ Architecture, to the podium for his remarks.
Thank you, everybody. Well, welcome all. This certainly is an exciting time for the Bullard-Havens Technical High School and all involved in this state-of-the-art facility. And you've heard from all the important players. By the way, Marissa, my car keeps going thump, thump, thump. Can you fix it? I would like to acknowledge the design team, major members. As with any project, there are a lot of individuals, a lot of firms involved to make it successful. Our main team was Northeast Collaborative Architects, who specialized in the shops and technical spaces. Langdon Engineers, who were the site, civil, landscaping, worked on the fields that you'll have up on top here when you get to that phase. Michael Horton Associates, which is structural foundations. CES Engineers, heating, ventilating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, fire protection, and a handful of specialty consultants. On behalf of our entire design team, I want to say a special thank you to DAS, OSCG, Connecticut Technical Schools, staff and students of Bullard-Havens who helped us during the design immensely, and the city of Bridgeport. At the forefront of our design is the ability for the facility to be adaptable and flexible. This building is not only a high school with classrooms, administrators' wings, gymnasiums. By the way, the gymnasium on this school fit the entire student body for an assembly. That was right at the top of the list. But it also serves public and community needs for after-school programs, which was really important as we laid out the design. As you've heard, this school houses 13 specialty shop spaces, and I want you to think about that. A lot of schools you hear there's one or two shops, specialty shops. We have 13 here. That speaks volumes about the dedication to education that Connecticut and Bullard-Havens has. We also, as I mentioned, in the second part of the phase, when the building's done here, you'll have a baseball field, a softball field, a running track, football field, soccer field, a concessions building up top. There's a small maintenance building so that you can maintain your equipment and your bus fleet. Pretty impressive. We're able to fit it all in. One of the most important things, though, is as we design buildings, and the commissioner mentioned it, is the sensitivity towards net zero and reduced energy use. A couple things that are really important here that we were able to achieve on this project. You hear a conversation about stormwater runoff. We reduced the runoff from what you see here on the site today, even with all this new construction, to less than what's here today. Outdoor light pollution. We've handled that through building design where there's less light pollution entering the atmosphere and bleeding out to the neighborhoods. Electrical vehicle charging stations. We have over 240 geothermal wells to supply heating and cooling to this facility, reducing the amount of fossil fuels that you'd need to normally run a building. We have a high-performance exterior envelope system, well insulated. On the interior, we've reduced water usage, lighting, and cooling needs based on the design. We've maximized daylight opportunities. As everybody knows, and all the students, the more daylight in the building, the better. The education is better, they learn more, and natural light is important. And some things that you don't necessarily hear of is low VOC interior finishes, no off-gassing of finishes, Green Guard certified furniture, environmental furniture, and designed for future photovoltaic system on the roof system here. On behalf of the design team, we are truly excited to be complete with the design phase and entering the construction phase with Gilbane Building Company, and we look forward to opening day for students and staff at Bullard-Havens High School in just a few years. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kellogg. Finally, I would like to invite CTEC's Executive Director, Dr. Ellen Solik, to the podium for her remarks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Voss, for that introduction. There's nothing like being the last speaker in a full sun day. So I want to make sure that I keep it both impactful and short for all of us. It occurs to me this morning that sitting and looking out on this wonderful attendance this morning for such a special event, that we are all truly connected. And we talk about this at CTEX all the time. We are actually one massively extended family. And why that's relevant, and so much more relevant this morning, is, isn't it ironic that the building, both the old building that we stand before this morning and the new one that we celebrate to come, is really the heartbeat that pulled us all together today. And inside that building is a passion that says that we believe, and our mission at CTEX is that we believe that the trades are really the heartbeat of the future for the state of Connecticut, and certainly for the city of Bridgeport. And we all have that connection, whether it be through family, classmates, fellow teachers and educators, special and esteemed guests. This morning we are all connected with that one single vision. And what a thrill for me it is to be a part of it all today. I want to honor just a few other people who we haven't had a chance to acknowledge this morning. One brief story that you should hear. Dr. Foss, who is consistently an understated hero in this project, came to me in October of 21 and said, Dr. Solik, you need to know that we have the blueprint ready for the new Bullard-Havens school, but I'm concerned, she said, because some of the layout of the school just doesn't really meet the needs of students. Mr. Poulin, who is also with us today, is one of our many chief engineers on this project, said, I'm sorry, Dr. Foss, we've got the blueprint, it's ready to go, and knowing Sue as we do, she kept pushing. Her passion for what was going to be right and perfect for the students in Bridgeport and for the students of Bullard-Haven came through. We sat back down with those in charge of those blueprints, and today, as mentioned by Mr. Kellogg, we have a gymnasium that will fit the entire student body. We have classroom trade shops that will more than adequately fit equipment, supplies, and all the students and staff therein, and much more. And to the credit of Dr. Foss and the passion of those that sit up here today that wanted it right, I personally thank her. I thank Don Poulin and all those involved in making this building what it can be, which is absolutely what the students of Bridgeport and surrounding communities need to be experts in their trade. Thank you. I have so much more I could say this morning, and I know we're standing in the heat. I do want to acknowledge one other individual today who is also an unsung hero. Oftentimes, she is the catalyst for organization for us and also communicates the word out to the public about what CTEX stands for, who we are, and the mark that we are about to make on the state of Connecticut in terms of being the #1 trade-driven, trade-focused system in Connecticut and the workforce provider in Connecticut therein. That would be Mrs. Carrie Markey. Carrie, if you could give us a wave. Thank you for all you did to pull this together today. To all of our dignitaries, Senator, Mayor, all of the people up on stage, Commissioner, all of you who came together today to see this and experience it firsthand. I know how much our students appreciate your presence here today, how much it means. To all of you as administrators who are currently leading this wonderful place or have the privilege to lead this wonderful place at one time or other, thank you for being such special family members for Bullard-Havens. And finally, to all of the rest of us who are privileged to have a part in this wonderful project, and more important to the people who will fill it, thank you all for being here today, and thank you for support of CTEX and what we stand for. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Solik. Again, I want to thank everyone who has made this project possible. This is truly a team effort. And to everyone who is joining us today, thank you for being a part of this historic moment. We look forward to welcoming you back to Bullard-Havens Technical High School when the building is complete and we can show you firsthand the things our students are truly capable of. At this time, we will take a few ceremonial groundbreaking photos in 3 different
Right? Yeah. Sounds good.
No, sorry.
So I'm trying to figure out too. I'm trying to figure out where to go.
Trying to see if there's like a sweet spot.
Yeah, where you
with
see
the
everyone's
shovels,
face.
and then maybe a little bit of a tool, but
Yeah.
I think I might be just
Yeah.
Hey, you've been around for a long time. Travelers. Washington. Your what? Yeah, it was standing next to it.
Wait, the glare might not work. No, the glare won't hit both of them. Just look forward real quick. Just look me. Let me see see if I'm getting it.
More than one hand on the shovel. Come on. Everybody, yeah, I'm following instructions. I got really good. Got hats on. Hats on. Hands on shovel. Smile on your face.
All right, everyone smile. To the cameras. Okay, we're going to reset. If everyone could pull their shovel out, take a small scoop of dirt.
The hard part. Hey, you putting it to work?
All right, everyone has a little scoop. Should we throw it in the air? 3, 2, 1.
Everybody good on that one?
Good?
Great job.
I'm in a mess.
Okay, the next group, we're going to keep the speakers up there, so if you folks stay up there, Senator Gaston. We're going to keep the speakers. We need the assistant principals, Mr. Caballero, Ms. Stalling, and Dr. Ocker.
Jump in the bucket. You're the owner right here.
Hello.
Ready? 1, 2, and 3. All right, man.
Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3. You good? Awesome.
Come on, man. Stop that.
Okay, in group 3, all the students who are here with us today, students, come get behind the dirt pile. Bullard-Havens students.
Hi, Allie.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, very good.
Probably good.
You could have set up a learning like about people. I don't know why they didn't do that. Like bigger ones of those, they could get this. Well, at least for the audience, I mean not people to see it.
Yeah.
Circumstance. Just you.
Oh,
yeah, so I'm gonna go up there right now. Joke's not there.
Ashkar. Is that Ashkar's shop? Feel bad for the soup.
Take a look at the camera.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, I said, this is backfill, you know?
Oh yeah, you're gonna throw a little bit truck first. My cousin went and just got it all that. Yeah, he works in the afternoon. Fill my truck. Yeah, yeah. What time is he now?
Now it's around 9:30.
I won't be there. I probably won't be there.
So, one in the middle. Good nap, good nap, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Naps again, about 2:30.
Hey.
Really? So you said you won't be there. What time do you think? Probably 10. Okay. I think that would be school noon.
Test everything. I need some officers to make sure everything's safe up there.
I think it's about time we get back, right? No? Yeah, we have to get to the final thing. Where you definitely let's wait for that.
That's fine. Just sure you don't do anything on the engineering side. Noisy thing.
Because one scoop will be all done. Good. That's it. Probably even do it from the road.
Well, that's all I was thinking. Like, look at the crane. Alright. That's why I got my cruiser for too. I'll be your. So you're
He told me he's gonna let me ride on the Merit with the trailer.
That's it.
All I need is police escort. That's all I need. I got a big gooseneck trailer too. I'll be way over.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I like it. I think it's really cool. All right. I can always almost
Call the national pilot.
the best students.
No.
Okay, we can turn this off now. I'll do it. I can't see anything. Can you guys see?